Hello and welcome back to a brand new vlog where today we are at the flat. Because this place is really dusty and there is a very high chance that we'll be coming back here soon. So I kind of want to blitz the flat, get rid of as much stuff that we don't need as possible and maybe think about refurbing it. Potentially getting rid of this sofa because we never sit on it and putting like a dining table here instead. Maybe painting the walls just to change the color up a little bit. Getting the windows sorted because they've got mold on them and all sorts and everything's just a bit old, worn, weather worn, and it's just not nice to be here. Now, there's not a lot we can do about it, but what we can do is make it vanish. So it's time to be out with the old and maybe in with the new. And I think the first place we should start is in Benjamin's room because he's got lots of toys that he just doesn't use anymore or he's outgrown. And every year he ends up getting some new ones, so usually we try to do as big of a clear out as possible every Christmas and try to be as brutal as possible because it's really easy to start kind of hoard too many things. So I think we'll get rid of probably most of them and then keep whatever can be kept tidy, really. Because his toy boxes are starting to overflow. And geez, as I start to move things, the dust is starting to get into my lungs already. It's not nice. Everything is literally coated in it. The one thing I probably won't get rid of too much is books because they can go to charity shops when Benjamin is done with them. Whereas like toys, nobody takes them. Like it's so hard to get rid of toys. You go to every charity shop, they don't take them. They end up just going in the skip. Which is a shame, really, because I'm sure they could go to a better home. And whilst I'm clearing all of this stuff out, Benjamin is currently sat on the bed. He's watching the telly, and he's also playing with bubbles, and he's managed to get one stuck to his bed, and it's just staying there perfectly. I feel like I'm going through, like, the loft at my mum's or something like that. I'm just finding all sorts of, like, cute, tiny little things. This is Benjamin's footprint at Christmas 4 years ago. Damn. It's changed quite a bit since then. One thing we do every year is we actually fill his stockings up with these little cars, and I think we need to stop. Because this box has genuinely so many little cars, it's unreal. Maybe we should make a big track around the room, that'd be pretty fun. Oh, look at this. How cute is that? So when you was a baby, that used to fit on your head.
Oh.
Now you've got a big head.
Yes. So I had to wear a big hat.
Well, Benjamin's room isn't the only room that we're sorting out. We're also trying to sort out the bedroom. So it obviously looks like a tip right now, but that is because we're kind of sorting through things and deciding what we need to keep and what we don't need to keep. And I did mention about the idea of putting the bed in this corner. Obviously, ignore all the mess and stuff like that, but I'm thinking if we put the bed right in that corner, we could almost divide the room here. And then we could put the desk at the end of the bed, and then Jess has got way more space at the other end of the room to actually work with. Probably get rid of this wardrobe and change a bunch of this stuff out as well, so it's actually a little bit more easier to organize because right now she doesn't really have a lot of space to store things. But we're not going to be doing that today. Obviously today we're just kind of sorting through things and trying to clear out as much as possible. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned because as you know the kind of story evolves, we will be progressively changing the flat up a little bit. So give us a bit of a project to work with. And if you didn't know, we do it all ourselves. I'm not sure I've ever shown it off before, but this is what the bathroom used to look like. And obviously this is what it looks like now. Same with the kitchen. We actually chopped this wall off here and extended the bar out. So I'm not going to go too crazy and start cutting walls down, but I wonder if it'd be a good idea to put like another like false wall in at the end of the bed and like just completely divide the room. So Jess has almost got like another area that she can go into and work out of. Quite similar to what we did here, where we've actually just added an extra wall here. This is just a completely false wall that we've just put in place just so we can stick our utilities in. And I know this might seem a little odd, like kind of taking away from it being a home, but because I don't really want to spend too much time here, I would rather utilize the space that we have and make it as practical as possible so we can be as efficient as possible at saving money and making money and all that kind of fun stuff to save up for a house so we can move out. And if that means turning a bedroom into more like of an office workspace, then I'm all for it. What is Benjamin doing with his hair?
No.
You got a ponytail? You look very silly. You're the one who said you wanted to grow your hair long like mommy.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the task at hand of clearing stuff out and basically just making pathways to the windows. So the guy can come in and sort all of that out because it is vile. But man, we've been going at this for about an hour, 2 hours now. I feel like I've barely put a dent in it. However, Benjamin's room is looking much clearer. There is now access to the window so they can fix that. And I believe now we just need to go to the skip and get rid of all of that stuff. Then it's just a case of coming back and actually just cleaning. And that means getting someone in and probably clearing out the carpets because the carpets are absolutely fucked, for the lack of a better term. And it is incredibly dusty in here. And then hopefully we can then look at moving forwards once we've got kind of a fresh slate to work with. All right, off to the skip. Where typically the skies are blue and the weather is beautiful today. However, we need to be productive. And with everything chucked away, it's time to drop Jess's car off at the house and head off to Ikea. But man, what happened to the storms of the UK? The only reason we started doing the flat is, well, obviously because we need to go back there, but because I was expecting storms and to be stuck indoors all weekend. But look at the weather. It's bloody well nice. This is not what I signed up for at all. Either way, we've arrived at Ikea. And I'm beginning to think we took the last car space in the car park because this place is busy. There's just hordes and hordes of people everywhere. I actually can't remember the last time I came to Ikea. It must have been like 5 years ago. Sadly, the Ikea next to us is actually closed down, which meant we have to travel about an hour away to get to the one in Birmingham. So we can get a bit of inspiration as to what to do with the flat and look for some storage solutions. Kind of like that. But these kind of office vibes are not really what I'm looking for. Although Jess has had a really good idea of actually, instead of like segmenting the room off by using a wall, we could actually put these at the end of the bed and separate the room that way and give us storage as well. It's worth saying, it is so hard to vlog here because it is genuinely so busy. I've never seen Ikea so packed before. Oh, Jess has spotted exactly what we need. Something like this. This would give us so much storage room for her like crafting area. And you can kind of mix and match whether you want like doors on them, whether you want shelves in them, or just want them completely empty. You can even put some drawers in there. But the unit we're looking for is actually much bigger than this one. It is literally like 7 foot high. This is really nice, however. We're going to save this one. I've had to come and sit in this display cafe just to get away from the madness because it is actually... it's so packed, man. And I have to say, I quite like the vibes in here. Not sure we picked the best day to come to Ikea. Ooh, look at this. A standing desk. I've never used one of these before. I don't think it's obvious. Oh, it is actually on. Oh, look at that. That's really cool. Oh my days, this is so strange, but it goes really high. Like, look at Jess for a height comparison of how high that goes. That's actually crazy. It's called an upspell. I think I'll put the desk back down to where it's meant to go. But look at this. I like the vibes of this room. I like the actual colours of green. The bed is quite nice. It's very Fat Face. Like if Fat Face were to go and make a bedroom, it'd probably look like that. And I think this is something I might do with Benjamin's room because we've got this that goes around the centre of the room. I can actually keep the bottom half and then put like wallpaper up like this and change the style of the top half of his room. Oh, look at this. This is a really good idea. I think I'm going to stick one of these in the boot of the car so I can put the wellies and the shoes on him. Because we are always getting very muddy. All right, I've had enough of the madness. Time to get me out of here. Because Ikea is mental. I recommend you never come to this one on a Saturday. It's like people have come out for Christmas or something. But we are back home and it is time to go and do this. Because if you didn't watch the last vlog, I actually fitted this new post in and it just needs painting. The glue has now dried. It's actually pretty sturdy in place. I would still like to stick a nail in there, but I don't have the tools to do that right now, so we're just going to get some tape out and we're going to gloss it. So now that that's all protected, I just need to stir this, and using the old like post that was there before, I'm going to use that to stir this up. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I just need to make sure I'm thorough about it. So whilst I do that, I've got myself a beer. All right, I think we're ready to go. So let's set up a time lapse and get this thing painted. Alrighty then, that looks probably good. I just need to get the tape off now whilst it's still wet. So I'm going to attempt to do that carefully whilst not holding my phone, because I don't want it to get anywhere else. I don't want to get paint on myself either. It's always best to take this off, by the way, when you're painting whilst it's still wet, because it's easier to peel and you won't end up with such a like wonky line, or as my phone is falling. Alternatively, you can be very good at edging, which I'm not, but I think you can't tell. Job successful. It might need another coat on it, but I think because it's gloss, it should be perfectly fine. I put it on quite thick, but to get this like same, you know, kind of coat on it at this side, I might have to do it on here as well, because if you look in, you can see because it's MDF that it looks a little bit different, but yeah, we'll see. However, it is now the next day. So I'm thinking we go upstairs and we check how it's looking now, because it is most definitely dried. However, you can tell there that it does need a second coat. So with a little pound brush from Tesco, we shall get that done. But not in today's vlog. And that is because I need to wrap it up for today, as I need to get this video posted. As I film this right now, the vlog is due to go live in about 2 hours. Yeah, let's see how that goes. I am, however, quite hopeful that I'll be able to get it done in time, but I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who's come to my channel and supported by subscribing and leaving likes and comments and stuff like that, because now we are actually broken 20,000 subscribers and we are on the rise to whatever is next. I have also hit over 2 million views total on my channel, but if you have any ideas or suggestions of what the next goal should be, then let me know in the comments down below. But I'm gonna love you, I'm gonna leave you. Thank you very much for watching. I do really appreciate it. And as always, been Orion. Peace, much love. Bye bye.